Hi, I'm Chad Sheneke, CEO of Search Control. We're a leading web presence firm, and we're happy to have partnered with Income.com to bring this free educational video. In this video, I'm going to teach you about your web presence. I'll talk a little bit about search engine optimization, search engine control, and how to create a dramatic online presence. Now, the big difference between traditional search engine optimization and search engine control is all of the different things that are now available, all the other tools that are available for you on the web. So what I want to talk about today is your primary websites. I want to talk about the internet and how social media and how other listings affect your web presence. And then I want to talk a little bit about how you can utilize these tools to make sure that your business is found better online. So people often ask me, they say, hey, Chad, is there a single thing that I can do? Is there a silver bullet, one thing that I can do to really create a strong web presence? Unfortunately, the answer is no. There's not one thing you can do. But there are a lot of small things that you can do that will make sure that you have a very strong web presence. So let's dig right in and talk about a couple of those things. What is search engine control? I want you to think about an orchestra right now. Think about a large orchestra, maybe one in Boston or Chicago or New York, wherever, an orchestra that plays unbelievably beautiful music. You've heard it before, a symphony orchestra with the strings and the woodwinds and the piano and cymbals and percussion and all of that. Now imagine if that orchestra was playing off different sheet music, or even if they had the same music, but there was no conductor. And what happens is the strings start over here and then the percussion starts and everybody's kind of playing at their own pace and their own tempo. And maybe they're playing the same music, but not at the same time and not the same speed, and there's no conductor to kind of clarify everything and put it all together. That's a little bit what the internet is like. There's just all kinds of information out there, all kinds of noise, if you will. And what we like to think of is search engine control. Think about a conductor. I want you to imagine that you're the conductor of your web presence. Now what I want you to do is imagine that same symphony, that same orchestra, but they're all playing the exact same music under the exact expertise of a conductor who has everybody playing at the right tempo with the right music at the right time. Now that would be beautiful music. That's what I want you to think about when you think about your web presence. It's not just about doing search engine optimization on your primary website. Now that's important. Let's talk about that for a second. It's critical that your primary website is optimized so that the major search engines can find it. When we talk about search engine optimization, we're talking about making sure that your primary website is designed to be found quickly and easily by the major search engines. Google, Yahoo, and Bing are the primary search engines out there for us here in the United States. Your primary website nowadays is kind of looked at like a glorified Yellow Pages ad. Now, none of us use the Yellow Pages anymore, but we all use websites. So the consumer knows that your website, your primary website, is more like an ad for your business, and that's fine. But if it's going to be an ad for your business, be sure you have it advertised properly. You'd be amazed at how many customers out there go to a website and try to find out simple things like hours of operation, whether or not they accept Visa and MasterCard, what's a phone number to reach. These pieces of information are absolutely critical, especially the phone number. Now, I know a lot of businesses out there are just trying to be an online business, and that's great and that's fine. But you need to have a phone number just to give that client that reassurance that they could call someone if there's some sort of problem. Does your website have a call to action or something that will engage the customer to act now? Studies have shown that if it does, it will be 30% more likely for people to click on that offer or to engage your company if you have some sort of call to action like that. So those types of things need to be prevalent. It needs to be clean. It needs to be concise. Gone are the days where you would just have tons of random bits of information on a website. It needs to be clear and focused so that people understand when they come to your website that they are getting exactly what they are searching for. The other thing is a lot of people think that if their website is 1 or 2 pages, that's going to be fine. It needs to be much more than that, 4, 5, 6 pages of content. And the pages should have at least 400 pieces of unique information on them, 400 words of unique text. It's critical. A lot of people, they'll put up a website and it's got 20 or 30 sentences that have 4 or 5 words each in it or 10 words each in it. That's not enough content. Another critical thing you can do is to associate a blog with your website. Now, a lot of my clients ask me, well, can I just have my blog on my website? No, you really shouldn't do that. What you want to do is separate the two. So you'll have your primary website and then you'll have a blog. And it doesn't matter what you're blogging about. Whatever your industry, whatever relevant to your industry, you should have a blog associated but on a totally different site that links back to your primary website. And the two will give each other strength and relevance. The other thing it does by having it on a separate location than your primary website is it gives you a little bit more web presence. Remember, as we talk about web presence, we're really talking about that first page of Google, or the first couple pages of Google, but primarily that first page where someone goes to a search engine like Google, Yahoo, or Bing, and they enter in whatever they're searching for, be it cars or restaurants or an online business, whatever it is. They enter that information in and all that information pops up. When it comes up, you want your company to come up in as many of those places on page one as you can. So if you've got your primary website, you've got your blog, and then of course all your social media, that'll fill a lot more and give you a much stronger web presence. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about web listings. Now, web listings are a very important part of your overall online image. There's literally hundreds of business and social directories out there, and it's very important that your business is accurately listed in all of these directories. And this is something you can do for free. Get online, go to every available web listing. It's not just Google, Yahoo, and Bing. There's literally hundreds of other places where you can go in, enter all the information about your business, what products you sell, what your hours of operation are, where you're located, things that are unique to your business. And when you enter your information into these listings or these citations, it gives you a much stronger image online. So what happens is, as people go to the search engine, they see all of these other business and social directories, and your business gets prominently featured on them. So it's very important that as you go to these business and social directories, that you have all of your relevant contact information up to date. Make sure it's all there and make sure it's all relevant. Again, this is something you can do for free. Think about that. 30, 40, 50, 100 web social business directories out there that you can go in and you can put your name, your phone number, your website. Another thing that you ought to do is add something unique, some sort of call to action, something that's different about your business that will separate you from your competitor. Another really good thing you can do is harness the power of photos. A lot of you might not be able to shoot video or do videos or anything like that. Photographs work really, really well. I have a lot of clients that will build a YouTube channel for and just stream photos of their products to music. Something of that nature is going to be good for you. So make sure that you're getting in the business and social directories, and make sure that you have all of the relevant content and calls to action on all of your various sites. Let's review what we talked about here. So here are the 3 things that you need to do right now to make sure that your business has a strong online presence. First, I want you to go to your website and be sure that you've properly optimized it. In doing so, you will make sure there's at least 400 unique texts per page. This will make it easier for Google, Yahoo, and Bing to find you. Second, you need to set up a blog and have that blog be separate from your website. Have the two link together and make sure that they're communicating properly. And third, be sure you're listed in all of the business and social directories on the web. There's over 100 out there, so find them, fill them in, and get all the relevant content. Thank you for watching this instructional video. I hope that you found it educational and helpful. Again, we want to thank Income.com for being our partner and helping provide this great content for you. We at Search Control know that we're the company that's best suited to help companies grow their online presence. So if you need any help, feel free to reach out to us, give us a call, or send us an email, and we'll be happy to get back with you. Additionally, as an Income.com member, you're entitled to what's called a free web score. Now, we normally charge $300 for this service, but if you'll fill out the information below, my technical team will do an analysis of your brand or your website or whatever you want, and we'll give you a web score based off that analysis. And we'll tell you where you are now and where you could be. Again, that's a $300 value. It's absolutely free for all Income.com members. Thank you, and look forward to seeing you on some of our other instructional videos.